Good morning to all. My name is Himanshu Srivastav. Today we will read Chapter 5 Quality by John Galsworthy. This video includes line wise explanation, summary, short answer type questions, and long answer type questions of this chapter. So, let's start the chapter. Gessler, the Shoemakers. This story is about two siblings, German shoemakers who were known for their shoemanship. They ran a rustic and traditional place and made bespoke boots as per a specific order. Their grand shop had a small display of their finest works. It was titled after their family name, that is, Gessler's. The story is written from the perspective of a loyal customer and a fan of Mr. Gessler's work and craftsmanship. The narrator acknowledges the fact that the Gessler shoes are so durable that they can last for many a year, which makes a visit to the shop very rare. Means the shoes made by Gessler's brothers, they were very good in quality. So the narrator begins with a visit to the shop. However, this time he orders a pair of Russian leather boots. The veteran shoemaker brings a splendid pair of golden shoes made of immaculate Russian leather, means the finest leather, the good quality leather. The narrator falls in love at the first sight of those boots and gives his nod to the shoemaker. Mr. Gessler asks him to come back after a spell of 2 weeks. Now, next, authors complain. The story moves forward to another visit by the narrator to the same shop. However, this time he has a complaint. Means earlier he was fan of Mr. Gessler's work, the craftsmanship of Mr. Gessler, and he was finding that his shoes last for a very long time. But this time he came with a complaint. Unlike other footwear made by Mr. Gessler, the narrator complains about his pair as they crack and are uncomfortable. Mr. Gessler treats his work as both art and religion. He employs his creative skills to produce quality footwear of top notch leather and religiously adheres to his lofty standards. Listening to rare complaints, he does not get ruffled or flustered and calmly asks the narrator to bring the shoes for an examination. Means he told narrator to bring to check. In case they can be fixed, he would do it, otherwise, the narrator would be completely reimbursed. Now, what Gessler's experience tells? We move to another meeting between the two when the narrator wants a brand new pair. He comes wearing different shoes from some big labels and franchises. Mr. Gessler uses his vast experience and expertise and points at the shop where the shoes cause discomfort and pain to the narrator. For the first time, Mr. Gessler shows condemnation and contempt for something. The profiteering and unscrupulous big shoe firms which disregard customers' satisfaction and focus on revenues and quantity of production, not about quality and customer satisfaction. He presented his thought. He tells that those big shop, those shoe firms, they spend exorbitant and insane amounts of money on lucrative endorsements and try to ensure customers through collusive pricing and tricks. The narrator expounds on his urgent and unavoidable need and circumstances for buying such shoes. This evidenced how much the narrator admired and appreciated Mr. Gessler's work. Now, the next visit happens after a 2 year gap. When the narrator reaches the shop, he gets gut wrenching news. Means he had reached the shop to thank Mr. Gessler for his work. But he got a gut-wrenching news. The elder Gessler's brother had died, and in his place, the shop was run by his younger sibling. Eventually, he settles himself down and ends up ordering multiple pairs of shoes. This time, the order takes more time to finish, but the quality is better than what the narrator expected. Another year goes away before the narrator returns again to the shop. The surviving Mr. Gessler is now in his 70s and has a hard time recollecting his old customers. The narrator ends up ordering more shoes than ever. Consequently, the wait is long, but to his surprise, the quality is even more impressive than before. Means with the passage of time, the quality of Mr. Gessler's shoes had increased. A week passes by, and the narrator happens to be in the same locality as the shoe shop of Mr. Gessler. Therefore, he decides to extend his regards and praise to Mr. Gessler for his excellent work. However, the shop does not have the Gessler brothers nameplate anymore. Means when he reached there, he didn't find the Gessler brothers shop. Young Gessler brothers' death. Perturbed and shocked, he enters the shop to find a new face. Means he entered in place of Gessler's brother's shop, there was a new shop. So he enters hoping that he will find someone Gessler's. He asked the Englishman about Mr. Gessler's whereabouts, only to learn that the younger Gessler also expired some days back. But he came to know that the younger Gessler had also expired. A deep sense of sadness and morseness inflatters his thoughts. The Englishman tells him that Mr. Gessler starved to death as he could not separate himself from his work. Married to his shoemaking, he became oblivious to everything else. He spent all his earning on buying new leather and maintenance of the shop. This, however, ended up accelerating his health and eventual demise. In the end, as a fitting tribute, both men acknowledge and laud the quality of work, unmatched skill, and relentless pursuit of excellence exhibited by both the Gessler siblings. Their shoes cemented their legacy, ensuring their work outlived their own lifespans. So, this was the story of the Gessler's brother. Now, these are some short answer type questions. I hope this will help you out to understand the chapter. They are very short answer type questions like how did Mr. Gessler describe his brother? Why did the author went to the shoe shop for the last time? These are short answer type questions. Means 30 to 40 words answers questions. Why did author preferred boots made by Mr. Gessler than that of big firms? The author felt sorry for complaining about his boots. What made him feel sorry? Why the author called those boots bought from firm ill-omened? Describe the boots made by Mr. Gessler, means the quality that he made. From when did the narrator know Mr. Gessler and where was the shop of Mr. Gessler? How was the shop of Mr. Gessler? So these are the questions that will help you out. These are a reference to context, question number 8. Reference to context questions. This is long answer. You may consider it in long answer also because they are more than 30 to 40 words. Why did Mr. Gessler share about the troubles of his trade? When the author went after 2 years to the shop of Mr. Gessler, what surprised him? What logic did Mr. Gessler give for his brother's death after returning from the abroad? When the author went to the shop of Mr. Gessler, what difference did he discover in Mr. Gessler? So these are the questions. I hope this will help you out to understand the story. These are long answer type questions. When the author would want a pair of Russian leathers, how would Mr. Gessler react? Narrate the incident where the author complained about the cracking of the boot. Means he had gone with the complaint that you have to write. Narrate the incident when the author visited the shop of Mr. Gessler with the boots bought from the big firm. Mr. Gessler in his last was not in good health. Give three examples to prove this. So this was the chapter, and these are the questions that has been used to explain the chapter. I hope this will help you out to understand. Thank you.